children, welcome back to your maths class once again. So easy conceptual learning by Saujanya. Yes, so today here we are with a topic, actually is a basic topic. Right from 4th and 5th you start learning it, but still some of them have some doubts regarding this topic. So let us know the introduction about this topic. Okay, yes, so let's come back into the video. So let's see, today's topic is nothing but decimals. What is it? Decimals. So you all know about the decimals, yes or no? We all usually learn about the decimals, and first of all I would like to just give an introduction regarding this. So decimals are first introduced by Aryabhatta in India. Okay, he is the first man who have introduced about the decimals in India, and the father of the decimals is none other than Archimedes. Most of you Archimedes, in the sense you know him about the scientist only regarding science, but no, he is a great mathematician also. Okay, so let us go into the introduction part of the decimals. Introduction of the decimals. First term what you have to learn is how to represent decimals. The representation of the decimals. See here we have, usually let us learn this representation of decimals from the definition. What is decimals? Decimals are nothing but a combination of a whole number and a decimal part separated by a decimal point. Okay, so these are also one kind of fractions. So you cannot go like if you are learning from 4th or 5th, you cannot go much more deeper, but usually even these are a type of representation of the fractions. Okay, so high school children can understand this part very easy, that the decimals are nothing but the representation of fraction. And now as per like what we are going, it is the combination of a whole number and the decimal part separated by a decimal point. Separated by a decimal point. Yes, this decimal, that means this decimals chapter is really very important, because most of you, I heard that most of you are confused regarding all the things, whether to know how to add, how to subtract, how to multiply, or how to divide. Mostly multiplication and division is literally very hard for the children, even though they reach to the higher school, even they are 9th or 10th, sometimes they forget actually. So I just want to revise this topic so that it becomes easy and becomes an introduction part for the high school also. Yes, so we have learned the representation of the decimals. So after learning the representation of the decimals, what is the next topic? The next topic of the decimals is how many types of decimals are there. So how many types of decimals do you know, children? Do you know that there are types of decimals? Okay, fine. Let me introduce you types of decimals. Types of decimals means we are having totally two types. One is like decimals, and the other one is unlike decimals, and the other one is unlike decimals. What are these like decimals and unlike decimals? Yes, let us learn them in detail about the like and the unlike decimals. Like decimals, that means, for example, if I give you some examples, like see, suppose 32.05, okay, 36.6, next 48.235. Yes, here what did you hear? How I am reading the decimal. Even that is really very important. Children, whole number you can read as it is, but after the decimal point you should separate the numbers and you should tell. Don't read them together like 48.235. That is not the right way of reading the decimal. Okay, so 48.235. Separate the numbers, numerals, and then read. Now, I have given you 3 decimals here. Okay, 3 decimal numbers here. Do you know like what is regarding like decimals? How do we compare this like decimals? Yes, there is a small thing hidden behind here. The numbers or the numerals which are present in the decimal part, that is after the decimal point, if the number of the digits after the decimal point, if they are equal in both, then we call them as like decimals. That means, see, suppose in the first I have 2 digits here after the decimal point. Here I have only 1 digit, but I can place 0 here. If there is no decimal, no, you can place them 0 and make them like. That means actually this is an unlike, because this is having only one decimal place and this is having two decimal places. Okay, but you can make them like by adding zeros to that and making the number of decimal terms equal. Okay, and now see here 48.235. Now let me write 72.35. Now this is having 3 decimal places and this is having only 2 decimal places. Okay, so 2 decimal places means the next decimal place can be covered. That means you can cover that next decimal place by putting 0 there. Okay, and make it into 3. So 3 and 3. Is that clear? Yes. So 3 and 3. Now these both are like decimals. What are unlike decimals? So you understood what are unlike decimals? 453.05 and 785.6. So when you have different decimal places, then we call them as unlike decimals. How do we call them? Unlike decimals. That means this, by looking at that, you can easily identify it. Yes or no? Yes. So like decimals and unlike decimals. This is the variation between like decimals and unlike decimals. Please try to capture that point into your mind, that the number of decimal places will decide whether it is a like or unlike. Is that clear, children? Hope you understood. Yes. Thank you for watching. Please share, like and subscribe.